book enables you to think and then rethink and think and then rethink. And so you can go deeper in a book than you can, I would say, in any other medium.
Well, I encourage people to read a lot of books. Just read, basically try to ingest as much information as you can.
What's your media routine?
I just read and read and read. I probably read 5 to 6 hours a day. I don't read as fast now.
So this is you without reading and with reading books. You might already know that reading comes with a plethora of benefits like the ones listed on the screen. But today we want to focus on the most significant and the most powerful aspect, knowledge enhancement. What I mean by that and how it comes into play when reading will be explained in this video. This episode is structured into several sections, also marked by timestamps, so feel free to jump around to the parts you're interested in. And without further ado, let's get the intro rolling. The ones who read succeed. According to the internet, about 90% of highly successful people have reading as a daily habit. And I know just because some random source in the internet says so, doesn't necessarily mean anything. But just to give you some examples. Warren Buffett reads about 500 pages a day, and he became a great investor by doing so. Bill Gates reads about 50 books a year, so about a book a week. Elon Musk taught himself physics, not by going to school but by reading lots of books. And also Mark Cuban spends up to about 3 hours of his day reading, just to name a few. But what do all these people and reading have in common? And what is the primary reason and motivation for them to pick up a book and work through the text? The answer is knowledge enhancement. Reading has many small positive side effects like an increased empathy or it's a free source of entertainment, but wealthy individuals don't focus on these things. They read to gain knowledge. Because reading makes you smarter. It enables you to improve every aspect of your life. You can grasp new methods for solving certain problems, or get to know ideas you haven't thought about yet, or learn whole new skills which are always applicable. To make it more visual, let's go through some examples. Let's say you want to make more money and improve your financial skill set. You can go to school, but there you won't be taught how to become wealthy. You can even study business administration or similar subjects, but at the end you won't know how to build a business. So the answer is exactly reading. If you give books like Rich Dad Poor Dad or The Psychology of Money a try, your financial knowledge will multiply and you'll be gifted principles which you can apply to your own life and maybe even build a business from these tips. Next example, self-management. If you want to become a more organized person, books remain the best option. You could have one of these randomly appearing 3 a.m. motivation kicks and start writing to-do lists, meditating and so on, but chances are A, you quit because you don't have the right long-term approach, or B, you don't own the structure and methods needed to change certain aspects. At this point, reading comes in handy again, because it provides you with answers to how to start, how to organize yourself, or how to make the improvement permanent, for example. Those were 2 common examples, but it can be applied to any topic. The world of books has such a huge variety of themes that finding an area which isn't covered is nearly impossible. Now, I'm talking about reading like it's a shortcut to great success and a fulfilled life, and I understand if you doubt that. Of course, in the end, you need to take action. You need to move out of your comfort zone and put in the work if you want to accomplish certain things. But reading is the single best way to get started, because you receive ideas, methods, techniques, worldviews, awareness, instruction and knowledge. And all you have to do is to visit a bookstore or look on the internet, buy a book that fits you and read a few pages every single day. It is the most advantageous habit, considering the ease to apply it and the life-changing outcome. What to read? Now, what should you be reading? So this is the point where some people might get upset because fiction stories, like Harry Potter for example, won't help you. Of course, these books bring benefits like the increase of your vocabulary or heightened creativity, but that's not the point I'm addressing. These books can be enjoyable, but through them you won't gain new knowledge on this world. They allow you to escape to a different reality, but they won't make you smarter. Instead, what you should be reading are books which grow your mind on certain topics. Most of the times, these topics are self-improvement or business, but it can also be other subjects like physics or cooking, for example. It depends on your own interest, but don't forget, the books should enlarge your lives. Self-improvement might be the largest book niche, since reading these normally helps you the most. That is because issues like organization, good habits, focus, or simply how to get your life in order are on many people's minds. Business is also a top niche because many people have the common goal of becoming rich and wealthy, or at least being in a comfortable financial position. Which book you exactly read is up to you. If you don't already have a to-read list, here are some examples. For self-improvement, we have Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity by David Allen, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Conway. For business, we have Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. We have The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, and I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. How to start a reading habit. You might be wondering, why is there a chapter for how to start a reading habit? You could just grab a book and start reading, right? You could totally do that, but chances are you won't make it a habit. So let me give you some final methods you can apply. First off, start slowly and make realistic expectations. If you tell yourself you want to read a book a week, but you don't always have the time and motivation and end up reading only half a book, you might be frustrated about yourself and stop reading completely. Therefore, you can start by reading 1 chapter a day. You can always read more, but just make it easy for yourself by limiting your expectations to read just a few pages daily. Second, if you don't own the motivation to read, you can use a technique called temptation bundling, mentioned by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. The method consists of adding a reward action to the habit you have to do. That means you could reward yourself by watching TV for 10 minutes or checking your phone, for example, after you read the 1 chapter. This will make you excited for reading, because you know that a satisfaction is waiting at the end of the action. Last but not least, you should make the habit obvious. This is another technique by James Clear. It says that you should put the incentive for the habit, which is probably the book itself, somewhere where you can see it multiple times a day. If your book is hidden somewhere in a corner of your room, it's likely for you to forget about reading. On the other hand, if your book is in the middle of the room or laying on your bed, for example, the chance for you to read a chapter a day is way higher. So, once you implemented the habit of reading daily and regularly get your hands on a book, you can start improving. You can move to reading 1 book a month, which you might already be doing, then 1 book every 2 weeks, and if you're very ambitious, 1 book a week. But keep in mind that you don't have to crazily consume books like a strongman consumes his calories in order for it to work. Just reading a few pages every day can make a huge impact on your life. Conclusion. Reading is a very valuable habit. It comes with a lot of benefits. I could make an hour-long video just talking about the positive effects of it, but today we focused on the most important one, knowledge enhancement. Reading is a gateway to knowledge. It enables you to grasp ideas or views of some of the smartest people on the world, with learnings which you can implement in your own life. I advise you to not miss out on this chance. Now, that's it for the video. Thanks to everyone who watched until this point. If you want, you can like the video and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me, since I put a lot of effort into making these videos. So without further ado, have a great day and I'll see you soon. Peace.